welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda, and I'm here with not my complete thoughts on Love's Labor's Lost, because it's Wednesday, and Wednesdays with Will, but it is July 2nd. I realized I never finished talking about Love's Labor's Lost in June, which was our June book. So I've not yet completely watched a performance of it. I have, I tried the one that was on Broadway HD, and I did not like it. It is set in Tudor times, but people have American accents, which I thought was very strange, but whatever. I just didn't like it. But yesterday, I signed up for Marquee TV, and they have the RSC productions, and there was a good production from the RSC. It's done in 2014, I think, something like that, that I've started watching, and I haven't finished watching it. It's set in like the early 1900s, and the acting is great. I just haven't, because my kids are always watching television, I just haven't had a chance to finish watching it. So at some point I will come back and talk about that. But I did at least want to do my ratings for Love's Labor's Lost and tell you the state of my rankings. So my overall ranking for Love's Labor's Lost was a B, or 3 stars. It's not bad. Nothing to write home about. And it's one of those plays that can be really good depending on the performance. So it's kind of a blank slate play. Give it a B. Now, Reputation, I also gave it a B. I think if you heard Love's Labor's Lost, people immediately knew it was Shakespeare, but it's probably not one of the first Shakespeare plays that people think of. So we'll give it a 3 for that. Ease of reading. I'm actually going to change that one. I had that as 4 stars. I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 2. Lowering the ranking already. The reason why is that so much of this play, when it was written in the 16th century, or late 16th, early 17th, that's what I'm trying to say, century, it relied on wordplay, and a lot of that wordplay hasn't survived in language the way we know it. So now if you see the performance, a lot of it relies on physical performance. And reading it, you may not get the wordplay as it is intended. So it's not overly difficult to follow. Okay, I'm going to change that back up. I'm going to change that to a 3 from a 2. It's not difficult to follow the plot, but you miss a lot of what Shakespeare is trying to say because of the passage of time and the changing of language. And there's nothing you can really do about that, except hope that you see a really good production of it that brings some of that life through physical movement and performance. So we'll give it a 3. Characters. I did give this one a 2 because they're all like, none of the characters are that interesting. You have pretty stock characters. You have the king, you have the prince and his people, you have the queen, the princess and her people, you have the clown, you have the foreign guy. It's all like things that you see over and over and over again from Shakespeare. There's nothing really outstanding about these characters. None of them are characters that you think about and you're like, yes, that is a major Shakespearean character. No one cares. They're forgettable. Now I gave the language or the ease a 3. I am giving poetry a 4 because a lot of, especially early on, the dialogue is almost written like sonnets, which is poetry. So I got to give it props for that. And it's pretty. We just don't always get what it means. So poetry, I'm going to give it a 4. And the would I see this ranking? So 5 is I will travel to see a production of this. A 1 is you could not pay me to see a production of this. I gave it a 3. Like, if there's a production nearby and someone gives me a ticket, I'll go see it. You know, I don't have anything against seeing it, but I don't have a desire to see it. Unless it's a really cool adaptation. I still maintain setting this at a frat house, but like in the college Greek world, is the way to do it. I still maintain that. If that happens, this would go way up in my would I see this. But no one's done that yet. And so my total for points for this is 18 to begin with. And then, and of its time, so what do I deduct because it just doesn't age well? I'm going to stick with 1, just 1 star. There's not really anything here. I will tell you our next play is The Merchant of Venice, so expect a lot from that one. So this brings our total points to 17. So how does that go in our ranking? The good news for Love's Labor's Lost is it does not put it in dead last. That place is still held by The Winter's Tale, which got 12 points. Love's Labor's Lost got 17. Guess I changed that one rating. And then, so that's in 4th place. We have a tie for 2nd place between The Merry Wives of Windsor and Coriolanus, which does not feel right to me. I don't know. In December, I'm going to do a rethinking the rankings thing and kind of like just as I need to, but I just feel like those two shouldn't be on the same par, even though I enjoyed both of them and they have their own merits. But my number one play maintains at this point of the ones we've read in the Bard Room, my Shakespeare project, is Henry IV, Part 1. So there we go. We'll see how The Merchant of Venice goes. I have not started it yet because I wanted to do this video before I start it. But I am looking forward to it. That is a play I have never read and I've heard a lot about. I have also heard, Bookish Best Friend told me that they do not, frequently when it is performed these days, they don't do the last act or the last scene because it is anti-Semitic. I'm reading the whole play, so I'll know what it says. But I am interested, not that I'm interested in anti-Semitism, but I am interested to see what Shakespeare did that was so anti-Semitic in it. So yeah, that's where we are. This was a quick video. At some point, I will finish watching a production of Love's Labor's Lost. Yeah, and if anyone out there's some like filmmaker or, you know, theater director that really wants an idea, frat houses and sororities. That's what this needs. Anyway, quick video. Thank you for joining me. We're ready to move on to the next. So next week is actually, I'm still not going to talk about The Merchant of Venice next week. Next week, I will be doing my draw. I'll probably film it right after this, but next week I'll be doing my draw for our August Shakespeare play. Now, this brings up a point. September is Shake-tember, and Kelly from Books I'm Not Reading contacted me and said, do you want to coordinate? And I talked to the people who normally read this with me, and they said, yeah, that's a great idea. So I think what's going to happen is the Shake-tember people usually choose a number of plays, and once they tell me what those are, I'm going to, of the ones we haven't read, because I don't know what they are, maybe they will choose ones we've read, maybe they won't. I'll probably put a poll up on my Discord in the Bard Room so people who have been participating in this can vote, and we'll just vote on our next one. That will be September. Also, it's still in the tin, but A Midsummer Night's Dream. We decided in the Bard's Room to do that in June of 2025. So you can plan on that. June of 2025. We'll be doing A Midsummer Night's Dream. So, okay, that's it. Housekeeping is done. Love's Labor's Lost is almost done. On to The Merchant of Venice. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. And if you're interested in reading along and joining the Bard Room, just join my Discord. The information is down below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.